ever since I grew up on a farm, and I've always known that there's a bigger, broader world out there. And I never really realized the importance of that until we got into working with global trade, where we are truly interconnected. We need each other. This is what's so interesting about the China conflict, is we truly need each other as nations. And as we've seen this happen over the course of time, this interconnectivity, and I've always said to farmers, they're the most global of any business person in the United States now, because their businesses are so incredibly affected by global events.
It's mutually beneficial. I mean, as development continues to happen, specialization continues to march forward, and specialization will require more trade. And that's happening at all levels of the food economy, including global commodities. But even just, people eat out more today than they used to, because people work more, and specializing in food preparation is more common than it was in the past. So you see it at all levels. That's economic growth. That's economic development. It's mutually beneficial relationship. It's how we're living together these days.
So through free trade, economies are efficient. Through free trade, you can lift countries out of poverty. You can foster entrepreneurial spirit, create a space for industries to grow. Without free trade, it's hard to imagine a really prosperous country or region or world without free trade. Through free trade, it links our farmers to end users around the world. A farmer in Iowa can sell his corn to an end user in Indonesia, and that's really a spectacular thing.
Trade is hugely important, one, because for farmers it's an important part of their income stream, and without trade they become captive to a domestic market, and we simply produce too much to trade it. And so trade is important on an economic side as an outlet, and it really is important for their bottom line profitability. Second, and more on a global perspective, trade is vital for long-term security, food security. We have a huge population living outside the United States that is dependent on U.S. agriculture to feed them, and without that, we look at a very unstable world, and so we need to keep that vision that we have a role in world security, in food security.
Trade is vital. It's not only important, I think it's vital. It's a vital component of an economy of any country. Regardless of the politics around it, I think as a nation you need trade. We need allies. We are producers, and we're very efficient producers of coarse grain. We produce more than what we consume. So effectively we need allies in the region, wherever we could find them, to position our commodities and trade. And we are also big consumers, and there might be products that we don't produce here domestically that we also need to import. So trade is important for the economy domestically, but also the relationships we have with other nations.